thank you for joining us. My name is Adrian, and I'm joined by my good friend and co-host, Drew. What's up, Drew?
Yo, what's happening?
What's up? The world's dying, and we're all still talking about how many people can take down a gorilla. So why don't we just get right to it for today's episode? Because today we're talking Oscars and how the judges aren't even watching the goddamn movies that they're judging on. We're hitting May 4th, and may the 4th be with you, my fine Star Wars friends.
And also with you.
And thank you. For our main segment, we got something a little dark and a little local here to San Diego. There's a disgusting case of a fire department putting hidden cameras in women's rooms and bathrooms, and we got a lot to say about it. So thank you so much for liking, following along. Make sure you go and subscribe. Hit that little subscribe on YouTube if you're watching, or if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, wherever. Thank you so much for listening, and go check us out on YouTube. We got video up there we're putting a lot of work into. So thank you so much for checking us out, and why don't we get right to the show? Let's have some fun. Alright, so for my quack of the day today, we are talking Oscars.
Oscars.
So we all, for years, I feel like, have wondered, like, why are these shitty, random movies none of us have ever heard for getting voted for these Oscar nominations, and yet all the movies that we actually go to the theaters for, and even if that is a Marvel movie, which we may not, like, I feel like that view used to not be like, that can't be an Oscar movie, but at the same time, like, why the fuck not, right? Like, these Marvel movies are putting millions and millions of dollars into, like, the best visuals we've ever seen. They're going, like, Florence Pugh just went and jumped off of, what was it, the second tallest building in the world? Like, they're doing some badass shit, and yet, what, they're not worthy of getting an Oscar nomination because they're a superhero movie? That's dumb.
That's lame.
But what we have just found out is that apparently the fucking Oscar judges don't even watch the movies.
What do you mean they don't watch the movies?
What the duck is happening? So you're telling me the reason why we've had such shitty Oscar nominations is because the people judging the Oscars literally just get the movie sent to them and then just vote on some random, whether it's, I don't know if they're, you know, coerced because of money, or if it's just like, oh, well, everybody told me this one's the best, so I'm just going to vote for that. Like, I don't know what the case is. I'm sure a lot of them don't have, you know, like a fucked up reason to do it, and they just are going with that. Like, oh, my buddy said this, I don't feel like watching anymore, I'll just vote for that. But what the what the fuck are we doing?
That's so crazy, dude. Like, because as movie people, you and I are both huge movie buffs, and I know other people that would kill to have that job, to actually sit down, get paid to watch these movies and rate them and vote for, you know, best stunts, best visual effects, best acting, best storyline, things like that. And these people who do have the job, they're sitting there and they're clicking off the audio. They're switching the tabs in their applications. They're not even watching the damn films. And they're, like you said, Joe over here said that this was probably Oscar worthy, so I'm just going to hit Oscar worthy as well. So no one's actually taking the time to watch these films that these directors and writers, producers, actors have put their blood, sweat, and tears into creating over the past however many years. And no one's taken the time to actually watch and appreciate these. It baffles me, and it makes me mad, because I would kill to have that job. I would love to have that job.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense, and it's so disrespectful to all the movies, but then it also makes sense how we all of the society for years have been like, what the fuck is this random movie that's getting nominated when we, like, nobody's ever heard of it, right? Like, so it makes so much more sense.
I've never heard of this Honora film.
Exactly. And I guess we should, you know, take one step back. They recently came out with an article saying that not only were the judge, basically first the article came out and said the judges were not watching the movies. So then everybody was like, what the fuck? So then what they did was they made an app, and this was an app to basically track if you were watching it. But then what happened is we've been having people come out who are a part of this, and they've been saying, well, yeah, I don't even watch it. I just turn on the thing, and then I fucking go watch whatever I'm actually going to watch, and then it says that I watched the movie. So these fucking assholes have the chance to watch these movies to vote on, and they're like, fuck that, I'm just going to fake watching it. I'd rather leave that on in the background and then just go vote for some shit. Like, Just
See, that's okay to do if it's for like a work training
yeah.
and your time to watch those.
Hmm.
That's fine. I get that. But it's for when your vote actually counts for something, watch the damn film.
Yeah. Like that's fun. You're telling me that you have the opportunity to watch a new film and then just be that voice for the rest of people to say like, yes, this is good or bad, and then you're just gonna be like, fuck it, I don't even want to watch. Here's my random
Hmm.
phone. You dicks.
Right? Like, take some
Uh,
pride in that. I would
yeah.
be so proud if that was my job.
Yeah, it's bullshit. So yeah, that's pissing me off. It's my quack of the day. I don't understand what the duck is happening with all these people because there's plenty of us who would love for the opportunity to have our voice in that. There's so many people who want
This
reviews
guy.
and to do that, and so yeah, fuck you. It's not cool. That ain't right.
Ain't right. Ain't right.
Yeah, so that's my quack of the day is fuck you, Oscar judges. Go watch your goddamn movies. So yeah, what do you got for us today, Drew? What's quacking you?
So what's quacking me? Well, today is Sunday. It is May 4th, so Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you and everyone at home. Kind of going back to movies and video games, I am a huge nerd. I think that is fair to say. So my quack of
Nerd.
the day, right? Mine is about Star Wars, but it is not about Luke, not about Leia, Han Solo, or even Baby Yoda. My quack is about Star Killer. If you know Star Killer from the Force Unleashed games
Hmm.
back in like 2008,
God
I'm
damn, those
talking
were
about
good.
Galen Merrick.
Those were
That
good.
is such a good game, such a good story. Galen Merrick is the secret apprentice of Darth Vader. Y'all know who Darth Vader is, right?
If you
And
don't, I don't even
this
want you
is
listening to this
his
podcast.
apprentice. But if you don't know who Darth Vader is, like get off our
Go.
podcast. You're not allowed to
Go watch
listen.
Star Wars and
All right.
come back.
Oh, but that also baffles me that there are people that don't know the Star Wars movies or universe or shows or anything. And I'm like, this has been around since the 70s. Like, this is such a influential
Yeah.
part of our social society and like what we've grown up with. Um, but Star Killer in general, like his character, his developmental arc is such a sick story. And the guy that did the voice and the motion capture for the game, Sam Witwer, is the biggest Star Wars nerd out there. And like, dude is still working for Lucasfilms. He's still doing the voiceover for Darth Maul. I
That's
don't know if you
awesome,
knew
dude.
that.
I love how they like stay connected. Like the people who are genuinely into the roles, they weren't just like an
Hmm.
actor who was hired. Like they actually love the role they're playing and like
Oh
take
yeah,
that investment. Like Henry Cavill for The Witcher, like that type of shit is
right.
awesome.
But it sucks though when like the corporations they don't really give a shit about the story or the source material, like The Witcher, which is right. Henry Cavill decided to leave The Witcher because they were deviating so much from the story and making it just about, what's gonna make us the most money.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided to leave. And then my guy Sam, like, I want him to actually portray Star Killer in some kind of live action adaptation. That would be so cool for me to see.
Oh, I hope so, dude. That would be so good if they did a Force Unleashed. I mean, it's such a good story. Like
Hmm.
Darth Vader's apprentice like that would be awesome. I fucking hope so.
I love it. I love it.
I did. I'm pretty sure they're going to make, or I don't know if it got canceled, but the new. Because if anybody's played the new Star Wars games that have been coming out, those are like the closest thing to Force Unleashed that they've had. And then what's the
Oh, the
new
one with
guy?
Cal
Cal, yeah,
Kestis.
yeah, Cal
Hmm.
Kestis. And I heard that they're going to do something with him because he's the dude from Shameless, right?
He's the dude from Shameless. He's
Yeah,
fantastic. Yeah.
yeah. I think I saw that they're gonna do one, so hopefully they do that because that would be
Oh, that would
fucking
be so cool if they did.
badass.
Yeah.
Another dark, different version of Star Wars. I think that's where Star Wars blew it, dude. Is it's like they started out with the classic story of the good versus dark, and like I remember growing up, like my dad, he was like, oh, like it's like he took like faith into it, and he was like, oh, like it's like the good versus evil and the light versus dark and all this, and so it had these like cool like raw original stories that we all could relate to, right? That like just like the basic story that we all know, good versus evil
Hmm.
and light versus bad and all of that. and then they just kind of lost track for a while. I feel like they've
Yes,
just
they
been
did.
trying to figure out like what people like and how to sell it to us rather than making something good, you know. And I think that's
Hmm.
what the studios fail most of the time is it's like don't just try and make something that sells, just make something that's good. That's why like Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, like James Cameron, like the people, the big directors that we all love, the reason that they made it to where they are is because they said, fuck it, I'm gonna make a movie that I want to fucking watch and it's gonna fucking sell.
They're
They didn't.
passionate about it. Hmm.
Yeah, and that's like what makes the best movies. Like when George Lucas made Star Wars, it was like this is what I want. Like nobody knows what
Hmm.
the fuck I'm talking about. I made this random fucking story, and I'll make all these little tiny dolls, and do this whole thing with like every single thing that you saw in the original one was real, and it was a little miniature, and it was a real set that they built, and it was these weird creatures that he designed, and he had to go to his friends like Steven Spielberg and stuff and be like, dude, like does this make sense? Like, is this fucking weird? Like the whole yellow, the text at the beginning of the movie that scrolls in the intro credits,
Hmm.
that was George Lucas, and then he went and talked to Spielberg, who was his buddy, and he was like, dude, like you need to explain the story more at the intro because you're opening a world that is just so intriguing and new to the audience that the only way you can get the audience into your world is to have something at the beginning of the movie to explain where we're at in time and where we're at in your world. So that whole thing that came was literally because Spielberg was like, dude, I watched your movie and I love it, but like we're you need to help the people out.
Well, yeah, because it starts like right in this middle of
Yeah.
this entire rebellion, so
Yeah.
people are super lost.
Mm-hmm.
So good on Spielberg for
Yeah.
throwing that out there. I love that opening crawl. It's
So good.
fantastic.
So
It's
good.
iconic. Hmm. But yeah, that is my quick quack.
Cool.
We need some good dark Star Killer Sam Witwer in the Star Wars universe.
I love it. I'm for it, and hopefully we'll get something like that. I mean, the game
Oh yeah.
company, or I guess Hollywood, is understanding that the games are where it's at right now. Like that's why they're
Hmm.
making all these game franchises. They understand. I mean, we knew years ago that the gaming industry was like $1 billion market, and it was growing faster than the video market. So it's only a matter of
And it's
time.
only getting bigger.
Yeah, and they know it's selling. They got the what was the one that just came out? The Minecraft one, and the
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
And now
Last of
Clear
Us is killing
Obscure,
it.
Expedition
Yeah,
33.
yeah, that's what's been
Come
so
on.
funny. It's
Come
like
on.
I see a game come out and I'm already instantly like, oh, that's gonna be a movie. It's
Hmm. Hmm.
which is great and shitty at the same time, but
Well,
we'll see.
it's insane. Like this game came out last week. No, 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Came out 2 weeks ago, and they're already
And
talking about a movie.
this game is crazy. I don't know how they're gonna make it in a movie because this game is like so over the top with the monsters and the creativity they had. Like I understand, I guess, because the story is pretty intriguing and different, but like
Hmm.
I don't know how you're gonna make all those creatures look good
Good.
and the world
Yeah.
look good without it just being so overly CGI that the audience is just gonna complain because it's CGI. Like, and that's what fucking
Well,
sucks,
that like I
man.
mean, if you do the CGI well, like you could do it. Like I don't know if you saw the new Netflix movie that came out with Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown,
Oh, I want to watch
Electric
that because
State.
that was the Russo brothers directed that. I
Yeah,
want to see
so it's
that
the
one.
Russo brothers. So the story itself, the writing is a little on the nah
That's what
side,
I kept hearing. That sucks.
but the CGI looks so damn good. Like and like you were saying with Claire Obscure having all these different monsters and creatures and things like that, like how they're going to do the CG and make it look good. Electric State is all robots. It's all like
Mm,
these giant, huge robots that they did the CGI for, and it looks good. Like they look real.
all right. I mean, I
But
guess we're getting there.
yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
we'll see. We'll see.
Plenty more video game talk ahead. So
Oh
I
yeah.
hope you fans and our listeners are enjoying our video game talk. Please comment about any of that stuff if you like it or not, because I love
That's
it.
what we want to
Drew
talk
loves it.
about.
We're gonna keep talking about it. So
We're nerds. If you're not a nerd, then
hopefully,
who cares? I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. Join in on the fun. All right. I think that's good, right? I don't think I have anything else to add. My head's a little messed up. So I'm still a little bit coming off this sickness, and I don't want to get into sickness because we've already done 2 fucking episodes about being sick. In the span of 11 episodes, we've both already gotten the flu. I've gotten it a third time.
Call
So
us disturbed because we're down with the sickness.
that should just be the fucking theme song of the show, dude. Oh man. All right, so
Ow.
Why don't we just move right into it? Let's get into our next segment. Let's get into what's ruffling our feathers for the week. Alright, so for what is ruffling our feathers for this week, we got a juicy topic for y'all today. Something local to us here in San Diego. Something that is fucking disgusting the hell out of me, and something that is disappointing me about just men in general that I think we got to talk to, because this toxic bullshit around men in our society is bad, and I think we gotta talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So today there is a local story going around in our town, San Diego, California, and that is regarding the fire department. And a local fire station here in San Diego has been reported multiple times with video cameras in their woman employee rooms, right? So back in February, there were two cases, two cameras found in a woman's room. So a woman employee, a woman firefighter, somebody who's going out protecting and serving all of us, and then at the end of the day goes back to her room for some goddamn peace and quiet, found two cameras, motion sensor cameras in her fucking room, videotaping her before she goes to bed, getting dressed, all of that shit. And it is just fucking disgusting. And I can't take that our society is letting shit like this go just down the wayside. And the worst part about this case is that this happened, like I said, in February. Two cameras found, and nothing has happened. And then right now, last week, so the end of April, a third camera was found. And there's multiple fucking quotes of these women in here who say, I knew that this was going to happen, and I knew it was going to take this long for something like this to actually go into the public media. And that is so fucked up. I am so goddamn exhausted of people like this out in the world, especially people of official power, people in government, people, police officers, firemen, all that type of thing, who are allowed to get away with this type of fucked up behavior. And instead of them being put out in the limelight and being blasted for their fucked up shit, for being in their position of power, they're getting hidden behind their position of power. So because they're in the fire department, they get to, oh, let's kind of keep this case underway and let's not blast it on the media because it's our firemen and we need to protect them. Fuck that. You are supposed to be protected as a firewoman and as a fireman, and you should not be under these conditions. And the fact that that is okay is just fucking sickening, and I can't take it. And this is the type of shit we have to stop in this society. I can't take this disgusting crap and just putting a bad name for men who are good, normal people out there, and I just fucking can't take it, man. It's disgusting.
Okay. You said pretty much everything that I wanted to say about it. Like, 'cause if you've been listening, you know that we work in the news, and this story came up a few days ago. And immediately, like, just I was so angry. Like, we hear about this stuff all the time, and it just slides under the rug. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is such a horrible thing. It's disgusting. Like, these women are putting their lives on the line to protect and serve, and now they're in this place where they feel violated and unsafe and betrayed, in this space that's supposed to be their sanctuary during these long and ridiculous hours. And one of the worst parts about it is this guy, whoever did this perpetrator, like, he still hasn't been identified. So, like, they're unsure of it's someone that, because one of the interviews that they had was that they have people coming from different branches and using their facility to, work on their shifts or whatever. So they don't know if it's someone that comes in every once in a while, or if it's somebody that they work with on a daily basis, and they're just stuck working in that horrible environment. And, like, that's just a huge psychological burden that they shouldn't have to deal with. And
Yeah, it's
like you
awful.
said, it's putting this horrible, um like, face on men in general. It's just that we're all creeps and all these things, and then just it
Yeah, that's
sucks in so many different ways, and it just makes it hard for people like you and me and, like, other good guys out there who strive to be allies and uphold integrity. And it's horrible. And I all the women that are affected by this, like I feel for you. Like I stand with you. Like I commend your courage to speak out about these things because it's horrible and it needs to change.
Yeah, it's so just like disheartening, man. It's awful to see and it's awful to hear. And like there are, I think that's one thing that sucks with the news is you know somebody working in the news like you only see the bad shit in the news, right? Like there's you're gonna see the hundreds of stories of these shitty, awful rapist pieces of shit, but you have to remember that there's million plus, you know, hundreds of millions of guys who are genuine normal fucking guys who aren't going to do that shit to you, right? Like the news only shows you the bad, dark, fucked up things of the world. And I mean, we do need to hear about those things so that we can fix them and like so on that flip end, we need to make sure that like this case is in the news and it's not hidden because this type of shit needs to get talked about because this type of person needs to be fucking stopped and we can't let this type of shit happen. But it does suck that like my wife like she just fucking hates guys, dude. Like she told me this one. There's like some story online or like a not like a story, but like a situation where it's like, oh, if you're a woman, would you rather be in the woods with a man or a bear? And the woman picked the bear because they're like, well, the man's gonna rape me. Like that's fucked up, dude. Like
I
every
have
time she
heard
tells
that
me that,
before,
like
yeah.
that is so sad that we're in that place in society that like somebody like my wife like you're really gonna pick a bear over a man because you think that's what you think of men, that you think that men are just these awful raping pieces of shit, and it sucks because we are like, and I'm not, you're
Yeah.
not, like there's so many good people out there, but all you see in the news is like these fucked up savage pieces of shit, and then you have these people. So every time I try and tell her like, oh no, there's good people out there, it's like this type of story comes out like proving her right. You know,
Hmm.
it's like, god damn it, you pieces of shit. Stop making us look bad. There's good people out there, and we gotta fucking stop this stuff, man. This story was so sickening to me. I just we can't let this type of shit slide by. Like I hope
No.
that our station keeps talking about it and all the other stations keep talking about it. I know I just saw NBC was talking about it yesterday, and I'm hoping that we keep pushing onto this story. But I am just so tired of not only just men being pieces of shit, so fucking stop, but the people of power. This really pisses me off. The fact that these people of power and these people in these type of positions continue to get away with stuff like this because of their power and because people, I don't know if it's that people are afraid to take them down because of their power or if it's this kind of, well, we don't want to make the fire department look bad or we don't want to make the police department look bad because this one bad apple, blah blah blah. And it's like that's not the point. I agree. There are legitimate firemen, firewomen, legitimate police officers, and policewomen out there who are doing a good thing, and these bad pieces of shit are making them look bad, and they're putting a bad name on that, and they're the reason why we, as a general society, hate the police department and hate. Or I guess nobody hates the fire department because they save everybody, but why why people hate the police department, right? It's because of the bad police officers. It's not because of what the police
Hmm.
what the police do. Like the police was made to fucking help us. Like if you're getting robbed in your house, who the fuck are you gonna call? Not the Ghostbusters. You're gonna call the cops, right? Like we need cops, but there are piece of shit cops out there, and those are the ones that are in the media that we hear about nonstop. You
Hmm.
never hear about, oh, this when police officer went and saved this person out of a burning car, or fucking saved this person from getting raped or whatever. You don't really hear about those stories that often. You hear about, oh, this police officer shot an unarmed black man, and which we fucking need to talk about. So I'm not saying we
Hmm.
shouldn't talk about that, but it sucks that that's all we hear about, which then puts this like bad perspective on these type of officials, and it fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, it increases that stigma that police officers are bad or law enforcement are bad in general and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. But it does need to be brought to light. It does need to be talked about. And a lot of people are scared to bring it up in fear of retribution or retaliation or the the institutions involved. They're scared of bad optics and things like that. But like, isn't it worse optics to employ somebody like that, to have somebody that is
Exactly.
doing these things? Like, yes, you're gonna go through some of the shit and look bad while this is, brought up in the news and the media and things like that. But if that is what it takes to get rid of these people, to stop these people from getting hired or, continuing to assault people or do all these bad things. Like that's something that you need to go through in order to create a better
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. These people need to be made an example of, not be hidden behind the curtain. Like
Hmm.
the fact that we constantly do this in our society. It's constantly like, oh, this police officer did this. Well, let's hush, hush, hush. Maybe they'll get like a fine or like suspended for 6 months because they're a police officer. They're a good person. Like,
Hell is a
fuck
fine
you.
gonna do, dude?
Fuck you. No, not everybody's a good person. I don't care that you're a cop, a doctor, a fireman. I don't care. People are bad. People are fucking awful. And there are a lot of good people. And we need to be fighting and supporting the good people and putting down these pieces of shit who are putting this out in our world, because it's just disgusting. And I'm so tired of going in and out of every single day and hearing these fucked up stories of all these fucked up people, when I know the general, like most of us, most of you listening to this podcast, most of the people that I know, we're all pretty good people. Like we all have our faults and we all do whatever, but I mean overall people are, at least I like to try and believe people are not just trying to
Inherently
fuck up.
good, yeah.
Yeah, they just want to go about their own fucking business and go through life. They're not trying to like blatantly go out there and hurt other people. So we gotta put this shit to stop, man. I don't know. This story just grossed me the fuck out, and I just want to talk about it and get the light out there. Hopefully, people listen and start looking into it. Especially if you're from another state, like look into this. Maybe there's shit, or not maybe. I guarantee there's shit
Oh
like
yeah,
this going on in your state. So fucking
100%. It's going on everywhere, dude.
let's stop this shit. Let's stop the politicians. Let's stop the police officers, the firemen, anybody who's in a government, anybody who's in a position of power. We need to stop letting them hide behind their power when they do fucked up things like this. These people need to be made an example of more than hidden behind it. And I can't take it, man. We gotta stop this shit. We're getting high and mighty today on What the Duck. Okay? Let's fight for
It's
our
hard,
fellow
dude.
people.
It makes me so angry.
Mm-hmm. No, this is a different episode. This one made me a little more angry than normal, but I felt like we needed to talk about it. So
No, I agree. It's
I'm
definitely
saying,
something that needs to be talked about more.
we started with humor, we hit you with some facts, and then we'll sprinkle some more humor in the middle. But
I'm tapped out of the humor now.
yeah, this
I
this
don't
is a
feel
dark
good.
episode. I'm sorry,
I
you
don't feel
guys. This
good.
is a dark episode. Well, why don't we try and bring the light out? I guess
Uh,
this was a dark episode. But thank you guys for listening. Um, I hope you felt what we were saying. I hope you kind of agree with what I'm saying and understand where we're coming from, because I'm just tired of it. I can't take this dark fucked up world we're in, and I'm somebody who's very positive, and I like to just push, goodness and see the positivity in everybody. So I think we all need to have that energy going out there, right? Like let's try and help each other and be there for each other. There's enough bad shit out in the world. Let's be together.
decent human beings to each other.
Yeah,
That's easy. Just be a good person.
yeah,
You don't have to be an amazing person. Like we said earlier, like people are evil. We have a bad side. But we should strive to do better and be better and just you know don't be an
hmm
asshole all the time. Be an asshole sometimes, but
yeah.
don't be a fucking monster.
When it's worth it, sometimes it's necessary.
Hmm.
Most of the time.
100%. And if I wanted to say this, like if you or someone you know has, experienced some kind of workplace misconduct like these EMTs, firefighters have, like reach out to, you know, some kind of resource like district attorney's office or employment investigations. Like you should not have to endure such violations, especially in environments where you're dedicated to public service and safety. So just speak up if you need to be heard.
Yeah, we are tired of this. We need to help each other and be out there for each other. So I'm so sorry for all those people going through shit like this. It's not a fun ride, but you know what? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's plenty of good shit to think about out there. Plenty of fun stuff to go talk about. So why don't we
Hmm.
change the subject? I know that was a little bit darker than usual. So why don't we have
It was
some
heavy,
fun?
dude. It
Well,
was
let's end
heavy.
this. Let's end this show with something more fun and lighthearted. So
Yes, please.
I have
Yes,
a
please.
question for you, Drew.
Okay, I
Very.
might have an answer.
It's a little bit serious. It's a little bit
You
intense.
just said
I
we're
know, but
going.
we're going philosophy. We're going intrigue. So I have a
Oh
question.
God.
I have
Okay.
a
Okay.
question for you.
Philosophy.
I have a question
Mhm.
for you. Do you think that our fingers were made the size in correlation to my nose hole so that I can pick and get the things out of my nose?
I don't know, dude.
Is there
I've seen
anybody out
some.
there with a finger too big to get into their own nose to
That's
pick?
what I'm saying. I've seen some dudes out there with like some fat ass fingers, man.
But how big were
Like
the nose
mine.
holes? Were you paying attention? Because maybe their nose holes are giant as fuck and they could get in there. Is
No, they got regular nose holes,
have,
dude.
did you check?
Yes. Well, I mean, not specifically looking at their hands
Yeah.
and then looking at their nose holes,
That's
but
what
if
I'm
I'm
saying.
speaking to them face to
That's what I'm
face,
saying.
like I could see
That's
your
what I'm saying.
nose. You got a normal nose hole, but like I do not, to answer your question, I do not think your fingers were made to correlate for the size of your nose.
But what if? I mean, I'm just saying. Or maybe your nose was made
Well,
in
okay,
thinking
well you
about
got your
your finger size, right?
what about your thumb, dude? Your
I
thumb's
need to
pretty
pick
big.
one who
Your
picks it.
thumb's not fitting in your
That's not
nose.
what your thumb was made for. This finger was made for. So
And now we're just sitting here on cam picking our noses.
yeah, it's a lot
That's
lighter
gross.
than rape. So let's get into this.
God damn it, Adrian.
I'm getting into finger talk.
Now we're talking about digging for buried treasure. I love it.
Thank you. You got it. Well, yes. I don't know. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I think maybe we have gone a little too off the walls for today, but I enjoyed this episode. I had fun talking about it. I hope you guys out there listening are on the same boat as us, and you feel it, and you enjoyed what you're listening to and agree. And if you don't, or if you do, I don't care. Go and comment. Let us know what you think, and we'll move on from there as friends, hopefully. I don't know.
Acquaintances?
Coexisting people in life.
Yeah. Just yeah, whatever. We're existing together on this planet.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's good for today. So yeah, why don't we let's hop out the pond for the day. We'll wrap this thing up and then we'll get back to it next week. So yeah, I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for joining us and surviving the madness with us. We want this to be a community, so please join in on the fun and comment on things you want us to rant about, like what we talked about today. We're all going through this shit show called life together. They told us if we do good, work hard, that things are going to work out. And you know what? At this point, I don't fucking believe them. So let's have some fun quacking about it instead of letting it eat us from the outside. So yeah, remember to follow, like, subscribe. Please go share this with your friends. If you liked this episode and you had fun chatting with us and listening to us, please tell your friends about it. You know what I mean? Like that small little thing of, hey, I heard this new podcast, my buddy did, blah blah blah. Like that really goes a long way. So please make sure you do that. You subscribe. We are an independent podcast, so we're starting this from the ground. So all of that stuff really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. So please remember to go do that. Help us out. We really appreciate it. And until next time, you guys, keep on swimming.